takes it in overtime. Brady can jump, breakaway shoots, scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon Plant and I am your host. Sorry about yet another handheld video. Our Studio 4.0 is not ready just yet. Hopefully within the week that will be done. But we have some breaking news today coming out of the nation's capital. One day before training camp officially opens, tomorrow, Wednesday, at the Canadian Tire Center, the Ottawa Senators and 56 players will hit the ice and the weight room for the first time officially as a group, as the Ottawa Senator training camp will open. And there's a couple question marks. Obviously, Shane Pinto has not been extended, but also Egor Sokolov, another RFA, has not been extended until now. As today, Igor Sokolov, a fan favorite and friend of the show, has extended with the Ottawa Senators on a one-year, two-way deal worth $775,000 in the National Hockey League and $120,000 in the AHL. Now, this is a great deal, of course, for the Ottawa Senators, just to get it done. I can't believe it took this long. There were some rumors that the Ottawa Senators and Igor Sokolov were going back and forth over the AHL salary, but we're looking at maybe a $40,000, I believe, raise from last year's AHL salary here for Igor Sokolov. So obviously, for you and I, not, looking at NHL type numbers, that's a lot of money. But if you're looking at NHL numbers, $40,000 really isn't a lot. So I'm a little shocked this took so long, but I'm glad it's done because Igor Sokolov has a big season ahead of him and he really has nothing left to prove in the AHL, which is why he has such a big season ahead of him. Because look, as I just mentioned, Igor Sokolov legitimately has done everything in his power to prove he's ready for the next jump in his career. If you look at your screen right now, look at Igor Sokolov by the numbers. Shout out to Jamie Dean, one of our graphic designers, for this beautiful graphic. But Igor Sokolov, as you can see on your screen right now, has been one of the best players on the Belleville Senators, a consistent 50-plus point scorer as well in Belleville. He also, of course, scored a lot in the QMJHL. Of course, getting drafted in the second round, 61 overall a couple years back. Being an overager. So Igor Sokolov has had a couple years now in the AHL in the Ottawa Senators system, and like I just mentioned, he's done literally everything to prove he's ready for the next step in his career. Look, in the AHL, he's put up 55 goals in 169 career AHL games, 134 total points as well. That is nearly a point per game pace. He's been by far the best player over the last few years of Belleville Senator existence, and he's been the top point producer and goal scorer last year and the last couple of years in the AHL as well for the Belleville Senators. He's been all-star a couple of times in the AHL as well. He's literally dominated the AHL. He's ready for the next step. And here's hoping he gets that opportunity because he's only gotten 13 NHL games in his career thus far, 2 points total in that span, 1 goal. If you don't remember, it was he stole the puck against Tampa Bay and put it in 5-hole on Brian Elliott, former Senator legend, I guess I should say. But he has that 1 goal, a nice little sally after that one as well. But once again, look, 13 games is not a big opportunity there for Igor Sokolov after being in the organization for the last few years. So this is a big year coming up for Igor Sokolov, especially since, it's only a 1-year contract. Look, the writing is on the wall. We all know what's coming up here for Igor Sokolov. If he doesn't make the jump full-time this year to the Ottawa Senator roster, he's probably not going to be an Ottawa Senator anymore. I would expect him to want to test free agency after this year, explore other options, maybe even go back to Russia and the KHL where he would make far more money, like millions of dollars, I'm sure. And that's his home country as well. So there's a lot of possibilities here for Igor Sokolov if it doesn't work out for him here, of course. But I don't think that's going to happen because he has the offensive ability to make the National Hockey League. We also got to remember that the right side in Ottawa's bottom 6, the right wing on the 3rd and 4th line, those spots are not sealed whatsoever. So there definitely is a very good opportunity here for Igor Sokolov to crack the roster with the Ottawa Senators. The only thing holding him back is his skating, and this offseason, he's been working on his skating legitimately every single day. He's been working with skating coach Shelly Kettles to improve his skating, which legitimately is the only thing holding him back from a full-time role in the National Hockey League. He has the offensive production to prove he's ready for the National Hockey League. He has been given limited opportunity in the National Hockey League purely because of his skating ability. Look, 13 NHL games total, but in those games, it's not like he was playing 15, 20 minutes. No, he was playing 5, 7, 8 minutes. That's it. That's not a lot of opportunity. And when you're an offensive guy, used to playing top 6 minutes, being the guy down in Belleville, coming up here to Ottawa, playing on the 4th line, getting 6, 7 minutes, it's hard to get your game going in that type of circumstance. So I really do hope that Igor Sokolov shows out at camp, shows up in preseason, pulls off an incredible preseason, and makes this roster, because he's such a likable guy. He's a fan favorite for a reason. He's a friend of the show. He's a great person. He's a good hockey player, but his skating just needs to get to the NHL par. And I'm really hoping the work he put in this offseason with Shelly Kettles will help him make that next step. Because once again, he's done literally everything to show that he can make the next step. It's all really up to his skating abilities to see if he can make that jump. Because once again, offensively speaking, he's got nothing left to prove. So congratulations to Igor Sokolov, and welcome back, Mr. Sharkolov. Very fired up to have you back, of course. It was always expected. Bruce Garriock reported today that if Igor Sokolov didn't even sign today, he would have went to camp anyways tomorrow as an unsigned RFA, which is within his rights. This was always going to get done, but I'm glad it's finally done, because now Igor Sokolov can focus on what truly matters. Not the contract, but the biggest year ahead in his hockey career. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, do you like the contract? Do you think Igor Sokolov will make the big club? Is this the year that Igor Sokolov becomes a full-time National Hockey League player? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, and I'll see you all soon. Go Sens, go.